Welcome back to Moon City Models, and I have failed. A few videos ago, I bragged. I didn't brag. I just said I didn't have any models I had put back in the box that were unfinished because I only built one at a time. Shouldn't have said that. This 1994 Ford Lightning is a total fail, and it's going back in the box, and I'll maybe never look at it again. My last video, I talked about problems with the paint. So I sat here, I waited for a good day, and I got one. Humidity was fine, temperature was fine. I warmed to make sure the cans of the paint, spray paint, Duplicolor, was good. Warm. Not overly warm, but at least the same temperature as the air was outside, right? Shook it up good. Went back and fixed a couple of the problems on the undercarriage that I had painted with Tamiya gloss black that had wrinkled. Reshot those, shot the cab, shot the front grille, and immediately it started wrinkling. I don't know if you can see this or not. Well, kinda. It's crazed or wrinkled, whatever you want to say. The body's done the same thing. There's a stretch. I'm not going to try to get it up here, but you can't quite see it. I mean, it looks okay. It would have looked fine, right? Except it's crazed right down through this area. The whole top is crazed. Very lightly, but it's crazed. Same thing over here. Just kind of right down in this area. I said last time on my last video, I was just going to go a whole nother direction. I thought. I even went out and bought some Createx, kind of a sky blue color, water-based paint that I paint inside anytime I wanted. I've had good luck with it. But on this model, I thought I was going to save some time. Do a little shortcut, right? Because cleaning an airbrush, for me, cleaning an airbrush and changing colors, it's a big deal. It takes a lot of time, and it's not always fun to do. But boy, I should have done it. So I'm putting it all back in the box. And I'm going to think about it, which one I want to do next. And just not going to go there again with spray paints. I'm just going to stick to the airbrushing. I'm going to stick with my Rattle Can Mr. Hobby gray primer. Now some of this, the black stuff that I was going to paint gloss black, I use my Tamiya or my Mr. Hobby gray primer surfacer, right? That's in a can. I've done a couple of dozen models, no problems. Tamiya over this gloss black was bad. So I don't understand how I had a can of bad Tamiya paint and a can of bad Duplicolor primer, because the dark gray primer that they sell, I did some of it in that. I need to correct that. The stuff that I painted gloss black, I used the dark gray Duplicolor primer, okay? The interior pieces that I was going to do in grays and different tones like that, I used the Mr. Hobby. No trouble with it. The bodies that I was all going to do this body color in, I used Duplicolor white. Well, Duplicolor on Duplicolor should work. But Tamiya Gloss Black did not like the Duplicolor primers. And as far as I can tell, the Duplicolor paint, spray paint, didn't like the Duplicolor primers. You know, I talked about how the gray ran anywhere there was a bump or a mold, you know, something was molded in, or there was bump, a feature, the primer just ran away from it. And I told you at that time I did the body in white, and it didn't seem to have any trouble, but I didn't take a magnifying glass and look at it because it was white primer on white plastic, right? Well, before I painted, I actually did do that. I took a magnifying glass and looked at all of these body lines, looked at all that. It was covered. It didn't run. It didn't move away from any of those body lines. So now I'm stuck with horrible paint job. I'm not going to turn around and strip it. Not going to do it. I might use the engine, wheels and tires, rear end. I may use those on a different project and just kit bash this Ford Lightning into some other projects. I think that'd be the way to go. I'm just disgusted with it. I just don't know. But, you know what? What is that saying? You keep making the same mistake over and over, and you expect different results? Why did I expect a different result? I was hoping for one, but I shouldn't have been. So anyway, I want to get on here. Most of it's back in the box. I'm going to finish packing it away. Don't know where I'm going to go next. I do know I will not be using any of that brand of paint or primer again. And I know guys use it, right? And it's fine. What I did, I don't know. So please don't take what happened to me and think it's going to necessarily happen to you, because I don't know what happened. It very well could be my problem. I did something wrong, but I washed the bodies. The one thing on this one, though, I think maybe where I made my mistake on this one is there was that, and I was so proud of sanding off this body mold, this thing that didn't belong on it. But I used tape down here below it, used tape above it, sanded that all down to where I was on the tape, then pulled the tape off and finished sanding that down. And I nailed that. This is really sad because it looks good. But that's where the paint's crazing. Wrinkling. I don't know. I might at some point get this out maybe next spring, next summer, I may get this out, sand all this down, reshoot it. I don't know. But for right now, it's going back in the box. And I love this color. I mean, I really do. But anyway, guys, it took almost 2 weeks for the weather here, since I got to paint outside, especially when it's, you know, lacquers and enamels. Excuse me, guys. Been a little bit under the weather since this last weekend. Went to a fishing tournament Saturday. Probably shouldn't have done it. I do a lot of things I probably shouldn't do. So it's no wonder I painted it, took a shot and painted it with stuff I knew I was having issues with. Because I probably knew better and did it anyway. So anyway, I'm going to put it all up, think about which one I'm going to do next. I may look on YouTube and see what kind of group builds I might be able to jump onto. I've never got involved in a group build. A lot of the people I follow, of course, they do. I might look and see something like that. I've got a couple other models I'm thinking about. I've got a 60 Corvette I'd like to do something with. I got a 53 Chevy 3100 pickup I'd really like to go crazy on. Custom frame, lowered, fenderless maybe. Yeah, I keep rolling that one in the back of my mind. I've got a 66 Ford Fairlane that I really wanted. I've been wanting to build for a long time and just hadn't pulled trigger on. I may go ahead and do that one. Don't know, just thinking. I got to lick my wounds first, get some sort of respect back, and jump into the next one. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. Sorry there's not going to be a final on this one, at least not anytime soon. Catch you on the next one. Hopefully you'll tune back in. Later.